Greetings everyone and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. Alright, we've just cleared the Skull Dungeon. It's time to go grab another one. The next dungeon is in the city, so it's actually very close to this one, but we have to get out of the fucking woods first. Ugh, I hate this place. Worst dungeon, I gotta say. Worst dungeon in the Dark World, right here. I dare anyone to defy me. Also, we have to go through it again just to get out of here. Oh my god. Alright, skip. Alright, we're out of there. Let's continue making progress, and I will shoot this moblin in the face with an arrow, because that is what I do. Fucking sniping shit. Look at that pro dodge, holy shit. Alright, anyway, the next dungeon is down here in the city, like I mentioned. It's actually nothing to do in between. No things to collect, we can pretty much just go right there. Also, these guys are immortal. They're actually thieves. They will steal your shit if they bump into you, so whatever, I'm not gonna deal with them. Anyway, this is the entrance to the next dungeon. All we gotta do is lift that up, and we're ready to go. Alright, so I'll see you guys next time, later. Yeah, fuck that, let's do this dungeon. This is called Gargoyle's Dungeon, or it's also known as Blind's Hideout, which Blind is apparently a famous thief. If you talk to people in town, they'll tell you that. Blind, as you can guess, will be the boss of this dungeon. Spoiler alert. Anyway, we've got a map. Awesome. This dungeon is actually probably the shortest of the Dark World dungeons. I guess not counting the Skull dungeon if you skipped all the bullshit that you don't have to do. But start to finish, legit, collecting all of the items, this is the shortest dungeon of the Dark World. We get to start off, though, with this little maze. Although I don't mind, this maze is not full of the fuck-off bullshit that the Skull dungeon had. I will just not be able to open a chest because of money. Whatever. Hey, look, money. I thought that was going to be a compass. The approach to the compass looks an awful lot like that, but I guess I was wrong. That's okay. The compass is actually in a different room. Oh well. Gotta say, though, that I know I mentioned this in previous videos, but I really like the use of half layers in this game where you have, you know, you can go upstairs but not be on a different floor. Really cool aspect to this game that you don't really see too much in the other games. I mean, the handheld ones did it a little bit, but I don't think they really did it to this extent. Let's go up in here. Yeah. There's actually nothing to do up here. It's pretty much just a glimpse into a future room. Also, this is me trying to test to see if I can use the hookshot to get over these little barriers, but guess what? I guess they are floor to ceiling. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Perspective, how does it work? Oh wow, I didn't know you could hit hit one of those little electric ball things with an arrow. That's pretty funky. What am I doing? Yeah, let's go down here. I'm just a little bit lost, but that's okay. We're back on track now, and that's all there is to it. Alright, there we go. This is the compass. Now, I didn't waste your time. I didn't come all the way over here to get a compass. There's actually a point to doing this whole maze, and that is to grab these, this treasure chest over here. These, whatever. What the hell? Alright, we got the big key already. As you can see, you can probably see from the time of this video and the fact that we have the big key already, this is a pretty short dungeon. Although, you know, I kind of like this dungeon. It's not too bad. The boss, as you will see later, the gimmick to actually getting to the boss is a little bit different, and I like that kind of variety in my games. What I don't like, though, is the same old Stalfos and the same old hallway. I mean, we've seen this hallway before, really. Just die already. Alright, so, checking the map, as you can see, the boss room is right above us, so we have an open door. Let's go fight that shit. Or not. Yeah, guess the boss is out. I don't know, having some dinner or whatnot. Whatever. I guess we'll have to deal with him later. Let's progress! Hey, it's this room again. Now, I gotta say, these dragon guys are a new enemy. They were introduced in this dungeon, but they're kind of weak, you know, considering that we were introduced to the Gibdos in the last one, and they were pretty strong, except when you got the dungeon item, so whatever. We also have this new starfish jelly thing, and fuck this room, God. Good lord. I'm not doing well. Alright, you're going to want to hit this crystal switch, but I'm not going to because I want to show off wasting time. That's just how I do it. Hey, it's Zelda. She's telling me not to be deceived by the magic of blind. Okay, sure, why not? Whatever that means. Although you know what that means because I spoiled the name of the boss. Look at that pro shit. Didn't have to deal with any of those traps. Awesome. Alright, anyway, with the crystal switch hit the blue, we can now have access to these skulls down here. And under this one to the right is a button to open the door. You would think you'd have to pull the switch, but you don't! Pulling the switch releases a fuck ton of snakes. Welp, I always love a good excuse to use this spell. Yeah, that never gets old. I love that spell. Bamos, best spell, 2012. Or 1994, whatever. Alright, so here's a room where you would think you wouldn't have to do anything, but it actually has a great impact on the boss. Without doing anything in this room, you can't fight the boss. Going through this dungeon in the first way, or god damn, I can't talk. God, Jesus Christ. Alright, going through this dungeon for the first time, that might not seem very intuitive, and you might not think to do that, so I gotta say that that is kind of a little bit of a challenge thing thrown in there for first-time players, but if you're going through this for the second time, you know what you're doing, there's really not much to that. I guess that's the only thing that could really make this dungeon any longer than it already is getting lost there. Anyway, let's go over here, because we haven't already. Why not? There's a lot of these rooms with the movable floors everywhere. I love that I can pick up shit that tall. Alright, so with the big key, you can actually run through all of these locks. So you don't have to use a regular key in them, which is pretty cool. Otherwise, this dungeon would turn into a giant fuck-off key fetch quest, which, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. Anyway, we've rescued the maiden! Hey there. I guess she wasn't trapped in a crystal this time. She also runs hella fast. Holy shit. This maiden's awesome. Let's get out of here. First, I want to grab the dungeon item. Alright, so the dungeon item is Titan's Mitts. It will allow us to lift the dark-colored rocks that you've seen earlier and the dark-colored skulls. Pretty much anything that was dark-colored that we couldn't lift before, we can now lift now. Also, to the left is a dead end. We're not going that way. We're going up here. We're going to go to the boss room. Because I bet the boss is there by now. I mean, seriously, how long does it take to go out and grab some rubies? Yeah, buddy. Vamos. I don't have any more forums things to give away, but anybody who can design a spell cooler than Vamos wins a prize, and prize may or may not exist. Anyway, holy shits! We brought the maiden into this room, and wow, she turned into some kind of weird bat creature. This is blind, by the way. He hates lights, so bombing the room above is what released the light into this room, and that is what I meant by you can't progress without doing it. He's kind of a simple boss, but he's not easy. When you get all these heads flying around, it's pretty deadly, but the attacking pattern for you attacking him is pretty straightforward. Spin attack everywhere and don't die. First-time players are probably going to want to bring a potion or a fairy in here because, wow, even I'm about to fucking die, and I'm pretty good at this game. Anyway, though, I managed to kill him. A come-from-behind victory. We get our heart piece. And we rescue the real maiden! Yeah, that's what Zelda meant, by the way, by don't be deceived by Blind's magic. He turned himself into a maiden. I don't really know what purpose that served, but whatever, Blind. We'll let you have your fun. Man, we're just cranking these maidens out. Well, there's one left, baby. And I'm it. That's right. I'm about to fucking kill some Ganon right here. I don't think that's ironic. I think that's actually pretty lucky. Yeah, I get it. Whatever. God forbid you have to repeat everything. Alright, guys. That's actually going to be it for this time. Next time, a really kick-ass dungeon. I'll see you guys then. Later.